Hello, hello, hello. It is April 27th, and it is a good day to be alive and doing math. Let's get our shared screen on. There we go. So today, what we're going to be doing is covering some Algebra 1 topics. Lily, how's it going? I was just explaining to the cameras what we'd be doing today's. We're going to be going over a few different things. Let me look at my agenda real quick. We're going to be going over slope with 2 points. I'm going to write this down on the screen actually as well to make sure everyone knows what we're doing. Big letters. Here we go. So yeah, we're going to eventually get to questions 1, 2, and 3 from the assignment. We're not there yet, though. So topics we're going to be covering today, some of them are sort of review-ish, but a lot of people still need to get better at them. So today we're going to be going over, let's see, maybe not in this order, but we're going to make sure we review slope from 2 points because it's super duper important. We're also going to be doing solutions to 2 variable equations. And the other thing is slope from a graph. So the 3 questions you're going to get today are from these skills in particular. And because there is no other way to access these questions other than to watch it live on this stream or on YouTube later, we're going to give everybody a few minutes to log in and come and join us. I'm hoping everyone watching this either now or later is having a wonderful, wonderful week. It's a beautiful day outside. Social distancing is still in place. And yeah, so we'll give everyone that's going to join us another 3 minutes. And if they don't join us, we're hoping that they're all listening to this on the replay on YouTube later. And get my problems set up and ready to go. Answering an email, but I'm gonna get a lot of these. People are confused, like, I don't know what to do this week. Well, I'll explain it. If you want to get your assignments done, you're gonna have to watch the videos because that's where the questions are. Someone else wants to know what their grade is, and that's probably the best way to get your grade, guys. Just email me, and I can tell you what it is so far. Give that. good online content, watching your teacher take a sip of a diet soda and then make an exaggerated satisfaction noise at the end. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this timer before it gives us the annoying buzzer that it ends with. Okay, so today, what are we talking about? Well, this is the video to find your questions 1, 2, and 3 for assignment 7. So if that's why you were here, you were in the right place. And the skills we're going to review before I post those questions are slope from 2 points, solutions to 2 variable equations, and slope from a graph. These are not the most difficult skills. They will ramp up harder as we go on throughout the week, but that's where we're starting. So with that in mind, here we go. I'm going to pull off. Let me get rid of this real quick. Okay. So slope from 2 points. Of course, I would have accidentally pulled the wrong lesson. Un momento. What did I say we're doing first? Slope from 2 points? Sure, we're nice and organized here. Slope from 2 points. That is what we're doing first. Here we go. Excuse me. Oh, naturally. I'm trying to look at a different version of it. Here we go. Okay, here's one. Here we go. What is the slope that goes through these 2 points? Okay, now, little demo. If you are having to calculate the slope from 2 points, it is a formula that we've used a whole bunch, but if you haven't used it in a while, I'm going to refresh your memory right now. So it's always going to work out where you're basically taking the end and we're subtracting the beginning. And the way we're going to do that is take the ending dot and subtracting the beginning dot, the ending coordinate and subtracting the beginning coordinate. So I'll call this coordinate 2 and this coordinate 1. So their values get marked as this is going to be x1 and this is going to be y1. So that's the beginning coordinate. And then this is going to be x2. This is going to be y2. And that's the ending coordinate. So we put them into this formula. We're always going to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That is the change in y over the change in x. That's the slope. It's the rate of change. Okay, so very simply, we're going to plug these values into the formula. So in this case, our y2 is 9, and our y1 is -7. So now be careful, we have to nest that. So that's 9 minus a -7, because it's y2 minus y1, regardless of what that value is, positive or negative. So we always have to subtract, even if it's a negative value. And then x2, which is 3, minus x1, which is a -1. Well, now we have to be more precise with our calculations here. So whenever you subtract a negative number, That's the opposite of subtraction, which is addition. So 9 plus 7, we're going to end up with 16 over repeated reasoning. 3 plus 1 is 4. Well, 16 divided by 4. So the slope for this particular line happens to be 4. There it is. Slope between 2 points. That'll be one of your questions on this week's assignment. Moving on, let's try another one. Bum, bum, bum. You clear off all the trash. Please, please, please sound off in chat if you have any questions about something I write or something I do. These are not the assignment questions yet. These are just practice problems. Let's try this one. Screen capture. And just to make sure no one is confusing this for the assignment questions, this is just a practice problem. Okay, we're still doing the slope between, we're trying to find the slope of a line that goes through this. So this is going to be our x1, this can be our y1, this can be our x2, this can be our y2. So we still have to be absolutely proficient in calculating slope. And the abstract formula, where are my math practice standards when I need them? Too many screens. There it is. Okay. Back to what I was saying. Okay, so our abstract, let's see, not so much algebra, but the tool we're going to be using is this function, is this formula. And we're going to be using repeated reasoning because we just used it and it worked out fine. We're going to persevere in solving it. We're going to be very precise with our calculations. Okay. I guess we're being more quantitative. Anyway, so let's say the equation is it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It's very important you put the y's on top and the x's on bottom. It's probably the number one way people mess this up. So if we were going to plug these in, our y2 value is -4, so we -4 minus our y1 value, which is just 1, over x2, which is 0, minus our x1 value. Okay, so it's a -10, so we have to nest that in some parentheses. Okay, so 0 minus -10 on bottom and -4 minus 1 on top. Okay, so -4 minus 1 is -5. 0 minus -10, again, subtracting negative numbers. So whenever you need to think of this as like the opposite of subtracting 10 is adding 10. Therefore, 0 minus a -10 is just 10. And that simplifies to, if you divide them both by 5, I believe that'd be just -1/2. Bum, bum, bum. Sweet, so sweet. All right, we're gonna do one more of these and then we're gonna move on to our next skill. Hey, Abby, how's it going? Bum, bum, bum. I don't want to clear out the words practice problems because I don't want anyone to believe these are the actual questions yet. I will be very, very clear when I get to the actual problems that are due for grades. So our next one, okay, here's the last slope between 2 points question we're going to do before you get your actual question later. Dragging it over, blink. Okay, chat, let's see if we can get this one. So let's persevere in solving it. Be very precise. Use your repeated reasoning skills from the last one we did. And yeah, use those appropriate tools, which includes an abstract equation. So what we're going to be using, so we're finding the change in y over the change in x, which means you're doing y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That's the beginning minus the end. And our values are here. So this is x1, this is y1, and this is x2, and this is y2. So when we plug them into the formula, what we get is y2 is 5 minus y1, which happens to be negative 10, so we're going to nest that. So it's 5 minus a negative 10. There and there. And then on the bottom, it's x2, which is negative 1, minus x1, which is a negative 5. So we'll nest that as well. Okay, so 5 minus a negative 10. Well, that's the same as addition because the opposite of subtraction is addition. 5 plus 10 is 15 over negative 1 minus a negative 5. That's the same as negative 1 plus 5 because subtracting a negative 5 is the same as adding. So negative 1 plus 5 would be 4. So our slope is up 15 and over 4, 15 fourths. Okay. So that includes our demo on how to do the slope between 2 points, which is our first skill to review today. We got 3. Let me just check and make sure I'm going in order. Okay. Solution to a 2-variable equation. And again, just to make everyone, I want everyone absolutely positive, and I want you to understand these are practice problems. These are not the assignment questions yet. So these are still practice problems. These are not the assignment problems just yet. Okay, so let's see. Solution to 2-variable equations. Okay, so what we are going to be doing is testing some possible answers here. Let me take a snippet of this one. If I could click the tool, that'd be great. Here we go. Okay, so please disregard the fact that B is highlighted. I accidentally clicked it and it wouldn't unclick. So just disregard the fact that that has a circle on it whatsoever. I don't know if that's right or wrong. Okay, so what we've got to do here is test this equation. So what we want to do is take this guy right here. This equation, here's a line, here's a function, here's a linear function, and we're going to try out this and this. And we're just going to test and see if one works, if both work, or maybe neither works. Who knows? So basically, let's go ahead and try this one. So we've got y equals 4x minus 7 So that's the equation. So let's go ahead and substitute in this x and this y value. So that'd be 1 equals 4 times the x value, which is 2, minus 7. Okay. Well, what do you think? 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 7? Yep. I like that one. 8 minus 7 is equal to 1. And as I'm working this, I'm realizing this might actually be one of the assignment questions, but more power to you for logging in and watching. Now I'm just realizing I might need to change that. Huh. Okay. Number 2 here. Let's do it in a different color. So we're going to test this one out. So it starts off as y equals 4x minus 7 again. And then we'll rewrite that putting the x and the y's in the correct places. So that'd be 9 equals 4 times 4 minus 7. And we'll see if that makes any sense. So 9 would equal 4 times 4, that's 16, minus 7. And that's true. So the answer would actually be D, which is both. I mean, no, I'm sorry, we don't need to go down to D. It's both. They are both solutions. They both make this sentence 100% true. Okay? Sometimes they come out one, sometimes they come out to be the other. But that was just a practice problem. It was not the actual question just yet. But I will say that if I had noticed, that is actually one of the ones I'd plan on giving you as a graded question. So I can't let that stay, or else I just give you the answer. Let's try another one. Okay, so now we've got to test these two possibilities and see if one works, both work, or if none of them works. What we're going to do, we'll start off using these values for x and y. In this equation that they gave us already. So I'm going to rewrite the equation using these values. So that'd be y, which is 4 minus 4 equals 7, parentheses. Now the x value is 5. 5 minus 6. So the y value is 4, check. The x value is 5, check. So y minus 4, so 4 minus 4 equals 7, parentheses, 5 minus 6. Okay. Well, 4 minus 4 is 0. 5 minus 6 is negative 1. Negative 1 times 7 is negative 7. Uh-oh. I don't think so. 0 does not equal negative 7, so I don't like A. Let's go ahead and try these out. Okay, so let's try this one out. So I'm gonna use 6 for x and 5 for y. So it means the first thing I'm plugging is a 5 for y, minus 4 equals 7, parentheses. Now the x value comes in, which is 6, minus 6. Well, 5 minus 4 is 1. 6 minus 6 is 0, and 7 times 0 is 0. So, uh-oh. 1 doesn't equal 0 either. So it would appear that neither one of these works, which is always a weird answer to get because you never trust yourself. You're like, oh, wait, it can't be neither. Well, it is. So I will do one more demo of those, and we'll move on to the next skill, and then you can get your questions for today. Just clear out some scrap work. Well, I'm doing this just to explain how this is going to work this week, and maybe from now on, because I like the idea of encouraging you guys to come and join us on Zoom, or at least watch YouTube. You are only going to be able to visually see your questions by watching me live here on Zoom or afterwards on YouTube. That's where the questions will be, so that you will actually have to participate in what is my class, okay? Each video is going to include instruction and practice problems so that you can actually see how to do them before, because it just seems like a lot of you are just either trying to teach cells, which is unfair, or just allowing yourselves to guess. And if you get it wrong, you just don't care enough to go back and learn it. It's weird. So hopefully this will encourage some of you to participate just a little bit more, and maybe I'll get to help you that much more too. So let me get this one on screen. This will be our last one of these. So it's either going to be one of these, the other of these, both of these, or none of these, like the last one. So we're going to make sense, we're going to persevere and solve the problem. We're going to be using our repeated reasoning skills because we've been doing a few of these. The substitution, you might be able to argue that's a tool. We're definitely constructing viable arguments to prove that our answers are correct. We're going to be very precise with our calculations. So let's go ahead and we'll do this one first up here. We're going to be using these two values as our x and our y values that are being inserted into this guy. So that means the original was 3x minus y equals 13, but I've got an x value and I have a y value that I can substitute for. So x is 6. So it's 3 times 6 minus y, which is 5. Why did I do that? That was not necessary. 3 times 6 minus 5 equals 13. That's what the sentence says. 3 times x, which is 6, minus y, which is 5, should come out to be 13. Well, 3 times 6 is 18. Minus 5 is 13, and yeah, that makes sense. So I like that one. Okay, I'm good with that. So let's just try the exact same methods with this. So there's our x value and there's our y value to test. So, okay. So it's 3x, that'd be 3 times our x value, which in this case is 3. That was horrible. Back that up. That's 3 times 3. And then that would be, so it's 3x minus y, which in this case is a negative 4. I have to nest that. We're trying to subtract the y value, and the y value is negative. And that's also it's coming out to be equal to 13. We'll see if that works. So 3 times 3 is 9. The opposite of subtracting 4 is adding 4. Well, 3 times 3 is 9. Negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4, and that checks out. So it looks like it's both again. Okay. So far, of the 3 different questions you're getting today, we've done 2 of them. Let's go and clear this out. Our last skill for today, Monday, is slope from a graph. Oh, possibly the easiest one. Possibly. Some people do struggle with it. Some people. So let's see. Where to go? Oh, I closed it. Sorry. All right, we're going to take a picture of this, and then we're going to all count the slope very carefully together. Again, this is just a practice problem. This is not your assignment question yet. Okay, so for this one, I'm just going to go ahead and make it very obvious that we have a coordinate here and a coordinate here. Those are the 2 you're going to want to use. Okay, so to get this one correct, a couple things we need to realize. First thing is that this is going to be a negative answer. As we're moving right to left, as we're moving left to right, this thing is going down. So when I'm going to calculate the change in y over the change in x, the first thing I'm going to want to realize is that this is definitely going down. Hey, RJ, good to see you. This is going down, so it is going to have a negative slope. Someone named themselves U. Clever. Okay, so let's just count. How many down does it go? It goes down 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units. So it looks like it goes down 4 and over 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes over 5. So it'd be negative 4/5. It goes down 4 and right 5, and it can be just that simple. Let's try another one. Screen capture, engaged. What is the slope of this guy? Okay. Just to make it easier on the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and show you that this thing connects with a coordinate here, and again here, again here, and again here, and then it looks like here. So you can use any of these 2 spots you want, any 2 spots at all, but you should realize immediately this is a negative slope though. The change in y or the change in x is negative because it is going down as it goes left to right. So we can pick any 2 dots that we want. And if we pick 2 dots that are far away, that just means we'll have to simplify a little bit, which is fine. So let's say I was going from here all the way to here. That's down 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, 5, 6. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like it went down 6 and then over 1, 2, 3. So the change in slope would be -6/3, but you're expected to be able to simplify. So -6 and 3 can both be divided by 3, so that'd be -2/1, which is the same as. So there is your slope. It's going down 2/1, down 2/1, down 2/1 forever. Okay. I think it's time to put some questions on the screen that are going to count for some points. So let me go ahead and clear off what I've got. And to make sure those of you that are joining us on YouTube replay just for your assignment's sake, that might be a little large. Okay, so questions 1, 2, and 3. Here they come. I'm gonna have to change question 1 because one of the very first demo problem I did was actually that question. So 1 second, if you please. That was one that was going to be slope from 2 points. Okay. Here it is. So here's question number 1. If I can just get my cursor to work, it'd be great. There we go. Hang on, I gotta rename it so there's no confusion. That's too small to see. Let me get a different color. Sorry, I had a message from the teachers. I think actually that can be a little bit larger. That's better. So I don't like the color. All right, so there's question 1. All right, question 2 coming up. The question is, did I do this one on stream or not? I can't remember. I'm gonna roll the dice on it, I guess. Now, if question 3 doesn't fit real well, I'm going to have to peel these down, and you can just pause and replay this all you want on YouTube. But I think we can fit them on, and chat will be able to tell me if they're all visible. The thing of these is, because it overlays our pictures, sometimes the questions get covered up. So I guess I'm depending on people in chat, there are two here, to tell me whether or not this is getting covered up by our pictures, yes or no. And just to make sure this is absolutely clear, you can use these dots to do your counting by. Okay, no one in chat is saying it's not getting covered up. Okay, so I'm almost positive that this will be good enough for everyone. Okay, so for assignment 7, Algebra Kids, this is questions 1, 2, and 3. They're not the most difficult questions in the world, but they're actually absolutely vital that you understand how to do these and prove to me. So the way corrections are going to work, tomorrow's stream, when I'm going over 3 different kinds of problems and I'm explaining how to do them, if you've answered these 3, you can either email me beforehand, or while I'm on stream live, you can private message me, and I'll tell you if you got them right or wrong, so you have a chance to correct yourself. It's probably best to do it this way because corrections at the end of the week, it doesn't seem like a lot of 8th graders even do anything about them. I think it's more organic to do it this way. So tomorrow, if you have answers to these 3, I'll give you a thumbs up, thumbs down, so you can try them again if you want to, via private message, or just send me an email, and I'll be able to tell you really easily. I think that's the best way to go about it. So we'll just do little corrections instead of waiting until the end of the week where you have to do them all. So I'm going to be live here for another couple seconds because I need to make sure I have the right answers on my answer document. And then we're going to call it a day. Because question 1 I changed. So I guess I got to work that out on my own paper. Just like all of you. Scrap paper, scrap paper. Here we go. Always have scrap paper handy. So now you get some exciting online footage watching Mr. Matthews do paperwork, but not showing you what he's doing. I'm going to try to find the slope that goes between -9, 6 and -6, -9. Double checking my work. Yeah. Double checking is always good. Bum, bum. Okay. Sweet, so sweet. Okay. Any last minute questions? I've updated my inch document and we're good on 1, 2, 3. So tomorrow, I guess I asked if anyone has any questions and I immediately started talking. It's really rude, but I'll come back to anything that pops up in chat. So tomorrow what we're going to go over is completing solutions to 2 variable equations. So it's a little bit different than question 1, but it's going to feel like the same thing. And then doing slope from a table, and that'll complete assignment 7 this week. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we'll be doing assignment 8. But if you want those questions, you've got to get them here. So you can either log in live to the Zoom sessions and ask questions as we go and get notes on corrections, or watch it on YouTube. I know not everyone can sit down at 11:30 every day, so I get that. That's fine. But you're going to have to log in and watch it on YouTube if you want your questions. And if you've read what I posted on Classroom, you'll understand why I really need to up the engagement level. And I think that this is a great way to do that. Now, when you go to get your questions, hey, while you're there, why don't you go ahead and watch Mr. Matthews work them out first? That sort of thing. So, hope you all are safe. I hope you all are well. Try to get outside. It's a beautiful day, but keep the social distancing in place because it's really important that we're not spreading the germs to each other. And for those of you that are wearing masks like I am when I go out into public places like the store, I don't know about you, but it bothers the mess out of me when I see people that have masks but are wearing them like around their neck or hanging off their ear, like it's a necklace or an accessory. So please, if you've got a mask, wear them. It's not just for you; it's to protect other people as well. Because you don't know when you got it and you're shedding it until it's too late. Okay, I miss you guys. Hope you're all doing well. Email me if you have any questions, and I'll see you tomorrow.